My beard product has a name. So that's dope. So we just waiting for people to tap in a little bit, and we're gonna get started here in just a second. Y'all, we got some good stuff to talk about tonight. Some really good stuff to talk about tonight. Shout out to all the people who support me on my weight loss journey. I really appreciate that. I'm not looking for support, but they do tap in, and I appreciate any type of support for real, y'all. I'm a humble person. Sometimes I may seem like, you know what I'm saying, I'm a little cocky or whatever like that, but you have to be that. You have to be that because people will try to downplay you. They'll try to downplay who you are, what you stand for. So stick your chest out and definitely be a beacon of light for yourself and for others. Never let them dim your light. No matter what you do, never let them dim your light. That's if you don't hear nothing else I say today. Oh shit. I got two females that just tapped in with the same shirt thing. That's what's up, y'all. Like I said, I appreciate y'all for tapping in and supporting that. That's what's up. Because this is not easy. And to make it to add on to what I just said, we have a whole studio down here. I was just thinking this today. We have a whole studio down here. And just thinking this today. Okay, that sounds good. We got a whole studio down here, and we black, right? We black men. It's two black men down here, and a black lady. The other couple is married. We got a whole studio down here. So I'm saying like the support should be booming, right? What up, Latrell Carpenter? Man, fam, you gotta get that new tax season song. It's popping right now. But you know, that's another thing. We'll talk about that too, like supporting artists in Peoria. But we got a whole studio down here, downtown Peoria. Like I never thought I'd be downtown Peoria. I was a DJ, and I used to like literally dream of me DJing downtown Peoria. One time I did when it was I don't know if it was Dream or whatever it was, but it was on Main Street. I came down here and I DJed a couple of times downtown Peoria. I DJed at that studio or that restaurant across you from Six Center. I was like, man, and I turned it out. I was like, I'm in the downtown Peoria, and that shit never happened. Like, and you got other DJs that are less better than I am as far as getting a crowd hype, a promoter. Like these other DJs down here, they not promote. I'm saying like white DJs, they ain't promoters. Back then, they weren't promoters. I'm a hype man on the mic. So I was like, it's a shoe in. I made it. I'm down here. I rock the house. Everybody, yeah, you just and never get downtown. That has to be just a black person thing. It really does. And you know, and I don't know if it was just me, but we can never get like the money that downtown is paying these DJs. Like I would have all new equipment if I got the money that downtown DJs got paid. You know what I'm saying? Like the best of the best of the best equipment. I made my name DJing with mediocre equipment and still needed. I DJed at Civic Center. I DJ downtown. I DJ at every single club with mediocre equipment. You know what I'm saying? And still made it happen. It made a name for myself. But see, some of these, and I'm not knocking none of these black clubs, or some of these black clubs, I think it's a little bit better now, but some of these black clubs back then, they wasn't paying shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't paying nothing. Like, they making all the money and put it in their pocket. They wasn't paying DJs like we're supposed to get paid, you know what I'm saying? To branch out and you know what I'm saying, get what we needed as far as equipment and all that shit. So I definitely should have been. It was my mistake to not try to go out of town with it. You feel what I'm saying? That was my number one mistake, is to try to just bring it home here and keep it in Peoria. I'm too good of a DJ. I was gonna say I was too good. I still am. I'm too good of a DJ to be just here in the city. You feel what I'm saying? It's something that needs to be branched out. And then to make it, bring it all back to where you know that I'm telling the truth, because I DJed in Galesburg. And I know that's not like out of town, like, you know what I'm saying, like out of Illinois, but I DJed in St. Louis, East St. Louis, and shit like that. That's the Illinois. But when I would go to places, I would shut the place down to where they like, damn, where you from? Like, damn, you that hot of a DJ? Where you from? I'm like, Peoria, Illinois. They're like, damn, you dope. And even just this weekend, like I went down to Galesburg and DJ for like not even an hour, like 45 minutes here, 30 minutes there, and they want me to come back and DJ. They're like, you got a place wherever you want to come to Galesburg and DJ, you got a spot. Like Peoria don't value their DJs like that. You feel what I'm saying? I started like when KG's opened, I was the first DJ at KG's, and people was talking about that for weeks. Man, you heard about that DJ on KG's and DJC? You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the type of energy, excitement that I used to bring, you know what I'm saying, to clubs. Dream. I went from KG's to Dream. Not backwards, not from Dream to KG's. I went from KG's to Dream. And used to turn it out. You feel what I'm saying? Like had a crowd hype. So I'm just saying, like, that's the type of level of shit I was on. You feel what I'm saying? Like as a DJ, and I'm still on that level, but it just got to a point where you feel like you're not getting paid enough. Like I know a DJ, and I hope you don't mind, I mean, it's DJ Frazier. And his thing was like, and this was like back in the 90s, 2000. He was like, if I DJ a party, I should be able to buy some J's and some clothes. So at least the next part I go to, I can have some brand new J's and some brand new clothes. And like other DJs, like these clubs are like, they wouldn't even bust out $100 for you. You're like, what? You got to a point where, and I know a lot of these new DJs corrupted the game, because I was like trying to get paid $150, $200, $300 a night. You feel what I'm saying? Then these other DJs come in and be like, oh, just give me $50 and some drinks. You know what I'm saying? So the clubs were like, well, we're only gonna pay you like $75 a night. Like we, you know what I'm saying? Like they really like took the game down. I ain't trying to talk about people's pay, but like you got to be a unity. In anything, you got to be a unity. You got to be a unit to where everybody know. Like if I hire a DJ, if I get a dope DJ, he gonna be X amount of dollars, and I know I ain't gonna get no DJ for less than $200. You know what I'm saying? But you got, like I said, you got other new DJs that just want to come out and get on, that they'll take $125 a night. Like that's worth something. Like you can't get shit right now for $125 a night. That's I was driving a Jag. Like gas alone gonna cost you $40 to get to the club. That's half my money. So I still drive a nice car. So, you know, you got to think about those things and add those things in as you DJ. You know what I'm saying? You're a business. You're a mobile business. You bring in sound and you bring in your years and years of knowledge. So, what up, Corey? Corey Gordon just tapped in. So, you know what I'm saying? One of my posts. I appreciate it. I'm going to have to stick. I'm going to have to pick a bone with Corey, real. My cousin, he been telling me since we was young, I'm coming to the studio, we're gonna do some tracks. Like we old now. And he still ain't getting to the studio and lace no tracks. Like that shit crazy. So I'm definitely gonna pick a bone with cousin. Like I'm gonna have to tell him about it. So anyway, we're gonna talk about the topic today and just jump right into it. So the topic today, and it's going to be really good, y'all. It is, some of us hold on to people because due to a fear of being alone. So some of us hold on to people due to a fear of being alone. And I want to talk about and why. And then I want to talk about how that can be bad for us. And also the last point is how to deal with it. So we're gonna try to wrap this up in in just a small period of time. And if you want to tap in and leave your comments, questions, suggestions, all that, how we can build the show and get it bigger. Because when I go live, I don't have a whole lot of followers. Like I said, we got this whole brand new studio down here. And I was under the impression, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? We can blow up, you know what I'm saying? And have people follow us because we're doing it more professional. You know, a lot of the shit I could just do at the crib, you know, not pay nothing and do it at the crib. But, you know, I wanted to bring it to where it's more professional and things like that. So here we are. We got to work this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's Black History Month. Support Black people all the way around. Support Black people. So send emojis saying, send emojis. Share it with your people. I don't even care if you watch the whole thing. Just send emojis to let me know that you appreciate what I'm doing, because this is not easy. Like I said, it's not easy. It's a hard thing. We're talking about yesterday, like, people pray for your downfall. People are going to be like, well, we're not going to fuck with you unless we see you open for like, or doing your thing for like a year. Like, that's some of the most twisted shit ever, because you should be supporting people as they go. What up, Sean Johnson? What up, man? How you feeling, man? Straight up. What up, what up, what up, what up? Like, we was doing some things, man, Sean, in the studio, you know what I'm saying? And we're still rolling. I got to get back in the studio. Some people pulled me to the side and was like, yo, let's get the studio. We got a great opportunity. And I'm like, you know, man, this podcast is blowing up. So, you know, it's like I'm putting a lot of time into that, but I definitely want to get back into the studio and do some music, because he definitely a cold brother. Shine on the ones and twos and on the production side of things. So shout out to him. But y'all, we're talking about people just holding on to other people due to the fear of being lonely. Whether you're holding on because it's a relationship or even a friendship, even down to a friendship. And you allow yourself to go through certain things, certain BS bullshit, because you feel like you don't want to be alone. And I get it. Like, I'm not knocking nobody. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people in our family, I say the Gordon family, a lot of men in our family and other families too, will hold on to relationships or feel like they gotta be into a relationship. They gotta be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be with somebody. I jump out of one relationship and jump back into another relationship just because I feel like I gotta be with somebody. I gotta have somebody right next to me. I gotta have somebody I can call and say, hey, baby, what's up? I gotta have somebody I can spoil. A lot of men are like that. And it could be the fact that we were raised like that from a mom to always kind of nourish a female, like take care of a female like that. You feel what I'm saying? Me personally, I like, and I'm still like this to this day. I still feel inside like, whenever I got some money, I felt like I gotta give something to some female or take her out to eat or do something with a female. Oh, okay, I got a bag now. Let me find out who a female I'm gonna go out and spoil. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of a twisted mindset, to where if you earn a bag or you did something, you earn a bag, that should be something so you can do for yourself. Something you should spoil yourself with. Not saying that you're not supposed to take nobody out. Okay, take somebody out, that's cool. But first have a mentality to do for yourself. I would actually feel guilty if I did something for myself. If I spend all this money on myself, I feel guilty. How is that? How is that? Because I earned that money. I did a DJ job. I did a photography job. I got paid a bag. And now I had this money sitting, and then I want to, who could I call and who can I take out and say, hey, what's up? Can I take you out? Can I spoil you? You know what I'm saying? That's a twisted mindset sometimes. A lot of time. Because you're not thinking about yourself, number one. A smart man would invest that money back into something else. A smart man would put that money in the bank and let it stack so he can get more and more and more and more money. smart female. You know what I'm saying? Will stack that money opposed to trying to spend it or blow it on something else. Because here's the thing. Once you get a certain amount of money, once you get a certain amount of status, then you really ain't got to touch that money so much anymore to try to impress somebody. They impress because of your status and because of how much money that you were able to accumulate. But we are so bent on trying to impress somebody at the status that we're at right now. Some people can't see the future. That's why you have a lot of people that are in a lot of bullshit ass relationships, a lot of bullshit ass marriages, because they didn't take the time to just stack and stack and stack and stack. I'm gonna put this back. You know what I'm saying? I really don't need to be with nobody right now. Females are on this path right now to where they feel like they ain't got to be with nobody. And I used to think like, man, maybe that's fine how they gonna be like that. But if you've been giving bullshit for so long and that ain't never turned out to nothing, you've been giving yourself to people for so long, giving yourself to the opposite sex for so long. Now you feel like, well, hold on, what about me? Or what about me and my kids? They should come first. Right? Because if you're in a relationship, whether it's a marriage, especially a marriage, I should say especially a marriage, they're going to feel like they should come first. And Sean said, you can't make nobody happy until you make yourself happy. Right. Sean said, you can't make nobody happy until you make yourself happy. I think I think Oprah said that before, like years and years ago. Your job is not to get a relationship and make somebody happy. And that's what we get caught up in. We try to jump in a relationship and like, I'm going to make her happy. You can't do that. I'm going to make him happy. I'm going to turn him into something. I'm going to turn her into something. You can't do that. That's not your job to make nobody happy. They have to be happy with themselves. You can make them temporarily happy, but that's a recipe for disaster, because when they are depressed and stressed out, guess what they're going to take it out on? You. Guess who's going to try to bring down? You. So now you're trying to make yourself happy and you're trying to make the other person happy. Like you got a double job. A double-edged sword. You got to make yourself happy and then you got to make that person happy. And then what's going to happen is you'll get to a point where you're trying to make that person happy before you make yourself happy. I think that's why, like, a lot of people, when I was in a relationship, like, I would eat and I wouldn't care about my body so much. And somebody told me, they was like, you know why? It's like, because you're depressed. I said, I got to think, like, damn. Here I am. If I'm in a relationship, I don't care about my body. And I see a lot of men like that. You go to a relationship and they say you get comfortable. It's not that you get comfortable, it's that you get depressed. And what happens when you get depressed? You eat. Because you're spending all your time trying to make somebody else happy. So you get depressed and you start eating, and you forget about yourself. Because if you were worried about yourself, you wouldn't eat that much. You wouldn't do that to your body. It's not that you're comfortable. You're depressed. A lot of females, they say when they relationship, they start gaining weight because they eat, because they gain weight, they're depressed. As soon as they get that relationship, they body get back in shape. Why? Because they're depressed in that relationship. And when they get out, it's such a relief. They're like, wait, they snap out of it. Wait, I got to take care of myself. I got to do for myself. I got to go to school now. I got to go register for classes now. Because I'm not trying to please or impress somebody else. You got no choice but to realize it's all about you. But see, some of us are scared to be alone. And I get it. I understand. You're scared to be alone. You're scared to be by yourself. I get it. I was like that. I was like that for years and years and years. Like if I break up with somebody one day, I gotta be with somebody else the next day. Because I'm scared to be by myself. But here's the thing. Being by yourself makes you learn about yourself. Being by yourself makes you realize who you are. So you can love who you are. But if you suddenly jump into a relationship, you're suddenly trying to please somebody else, you're never going to get the time to realize who you are and the gift that you have to bring to a relationship. It's not all about being pretty. Sometimes it's not all about having ass. I used to say to somebody like having an ass, I want a female to ass, but I want a female to brain because I can't wake up to an ass every single day in my face. That ain't gonna work. You got to know your self-worth, because if you don't know your self-worth, somebody could take advantage of you. You haven't taken the time to figure out what is it about me that is so unique that nobody else can duplicate me. What is it about me? And so in order to break yourself free from being clingy and trying to have somebody around all the time, you may have to be lonely for a while. I'm not saying like be lonely, like you're in a room like, fuck, man, I don't know, this shit ain't work. I'm not saying like that, but just free yourself from relationship for a while. Just free yourself. Make it about you. Make it about Johnny. Don't always look to go on dates. You know what? I haven't been on a whole lot of dates this year. And I've saved so much money. Being able to fix my house up, make sure my car is right, make sure I got shoes on my feet when I want shoes on my feet. When I want to go out to eat, I can go out to eat. I can do what I want to do because I'm not always trying to give it to another female. But in order to do that, you got to break yourself free from things that you're used to. I used to go take pictures of DJ and make a bang. And as soon as I get done with the job, I'm looking for a female that I could give it to. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a twisted mindset, because that money should be yours. They didn't do nothing for that money. I don't care how much of it is. I don't care if it's 40% of it. I don't care if it's 30% of it. None. That money you should wake up that next day and take your ass to the bank. Go to the bank. This will make you feel better. And whatever female, whatever male you thinking you finna get, they're gonna like you a lot more, because now they understand that you about your business. You standing on your business. Not the fact that, oh, I know he could have come when you get that bang. I know he could have come give it to me. Now you're a trick. The definitions change. You can be a trick, or you can be about your business. Which one you want to be? Which one you want to be? So you have to learn how to be, in a sense, by yourself. And it's going to be lonely. There's going to be some lonely nights, but you have to, the way to battle that is you have to find things that you can do. If you a DJ, go make some mixes, some hot ass mixes that ain't nobody ever heard before. Spend your time doing that, your extra time doing that. Or taking up a trade, going into real estate, going into insurance. You feel what I'm saying? Study. That's your time to do what you need to do to come out better. You want to come out better than you was before when you was in that relationship. You would come out better. One thing you have to understand is it's strange because sometimes we in a relationship, you feel like almost like that person is your family. Like that person is going to be there for you, like a family member would be there for you. But when you guys separate, especially a female from a male, when you guys separate, they ain't got shit for you. They ain't gonna do shit for you because they transferred the love they have for you to somebody else. It's been your love has been replaced. So you're not even looked at the same. So don't ever look at a relationship like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like we locked in. Y'all locked in for the moment. And that's hard for a lot of people to hear, but guess what? Black people we have some of the biggest divorce rates right now. Black people, always been that way. We got some of the biggest divorce rates. So when I tell you to, and I understand you married, I understand you love her, I understand that show your right-hand man. I understand that. But when you guys get out of that relationship, watch how she's gonna be trying to get the house. Watch how she's gonna try to get that child support to break your ass. You sitting there looking dumb because you thinking that that's your right hand. Your right hand can always be cut off. And when it's cut off, it's hard to reattach that. It might not ever be reattached. It don't fit no more. The person you thought was the love of your life is now your enemy. That's why that new Usher song, females love that song so much, because they know you're talking about we broke up, we ain't gotta be enemies. Shit. Let you get with somebody else. Y'all ain't gonna be nothing but enemies. That's what she wanna be, is enemies. You break up, you give somebody else, you automatic enemy. That song is a fantasy. That's why they like it so much. Soon as you try to take another female out, it's done, done. Everything she said she wouldn't do, she finna do. She finna push your ass on child support. You said somebody else. So you have to, I'm talking right now, I'm talking to guys. You have to understand yourself, your self-worth, what it is that you can bring to the table that can always be there for you to bring to the table. And don't ever, ever, ever sacrifice that for no female. Sometimes you're gonna be at the crib, so like, fuck, man. You ain't always gotta pick up the phone and be like, yo, I'm gonna call a little girl over who got some drinks or whatever. Because guess what? You're spending money. You're spending money, you're spending time, you're spending energy. And you're putting something else. Money, time, energy. Those are three most important things that a person can have sometime in life. They money, they time, especially your time. Secondly, your energy. And we get that up so easy. Why? It has to mean something to you. It has to be valuable to you. It has to be the most valuablest thing in the world. Your money, your time, your energy. And what do you have to protect? Your love, your heart. You can't be just giving your heart out to everybody. Everybody don't have your best interest in mind. Some females be with you because of convenience. You got a house. You got a nice house. You got a nice car. You got a nice status. So I'll be with you because of those things. What about being with me because of who I am? And then you accept her being with you for those things, and then y'all have all the arguments in the world. Y'all can't even get along in the house. Why? Because she's not with you for the right reasons. So of course there'll be arguments. She's not happy with who she chose to be with. You as a male not happy with who you chose to be with. So y'all not trying to work shit out. If you happy with the person that you with, y'all gonna try to work shit out because you want to be with that other person. But if you arguing and calling each other bitches and nigga, you ain't shit and all this and all that, no, that ain't love. That's a pretend love. You're not loving for the right reasons. There's a lot of marriages out there that I know of are cheating. They're not loyal with each other. It's almost like it's a game they playing with each other. I'm gonna help you out financially, help me out financially, but we ain't gonna be, I'm gonna cheat on your ass. Understand yourself, understand your self-worth. And nobody, once you do that, nobody can take that away from you. If you have questions, suggestions, make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all sharing this. And so, how can that be bad for you? It can be bad for you because you're compromising yourself. It can be bad for you because you're getting played now all the time. And you're getting treated wrong all the time, but you're not even worried about that. You letting shit go because you're worried about being alone. That's where it can be bad for you because you're allowing, you wasn't raised like that. You weren't raised to be treated like shit, but because you're so scared to be alone, you're allowing yourself to be treated like shit. You're allowing yourself to be cussed at all the time. Nigga, you ain't nothing. Nigga, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know, like I know, females will come at you with the harshest shit that they can think of. But you got to know that that's not you. You got to hold yourself to a standard the whole time in that relationship. As soon as they think they found a kink, something that they can just pounce on, sometimes they're going to pounce on that. They find that little opening. This nigga going to let me talk about it. This nigga going to let me hit him. You feel what I'm saying? And they're going to run with that shit. They used to say that a female that was abused in relationship, prior relationship, if she get in a relationship, the next relationship, if he don't be abusive to her, which I'm not saying that you should be, but if he give her that escape, then she probably gonna be abusive to him because that's all she knows. You have to take the time before you get in a relationship to figure out what her last relationship was like. Oh, she mine now. The other nigga, he ain't finna. I ain't care. I ain't worried about him. Yeah, you should be. You should be asking questions. You should be asking questions of what he was and how y'all shit was and what went down. Because you got to deal with some relationship. Just like a female with her dad. If her dad wasn't around, he was in their life. Those are issues that are going to be come up and you're going to have to deal with. Ain't no erasing the past. It is what it is. Yes, y'all are something new, but the past is always going to have it's going to always rear its ugly head in the future. Always. And if you don't know the past, it's going to bite your ass. So find out what went on before you met her. Find out what it was about. Find out about her childhood. How was your childhood? Did you have a good childhood or was it fucked up? Because she's going to be yelling at you, calling you shit. And you don't even know that's what she used to be called when she was younger. You don't understand. So how can you deal with some shit you don't understand? Well, they say you can take somebody out of the country, but you can't take the country out of somebody. That's the same way. You can take somebody out of you can take somebody out of abusive relationship, but you can't take the abuse out of them. That's all they know. They're gonna wind up beating your ass. Because you sweet. You caring. They're not used to that shit. They want that shit, but they're not used to it. So because you don't know yourself, you haven't taken time to love yourself, you allow those type of things to just creep into your relationship. And I know these things go on. We might not see it, but I know these things go on behind closed doors. The yelling, the screaming. Like I said, a lot of times it's because you guys haven't really taken the time to get to know each other. You have not taken the time to get to know yourself. Because there's a lot of things, if you knew yourself, a lot of things you wouldn't put up for, you wouldn't G for. But that fear of being alone will allow you to put up with more stuff than you would ever put up with in your life, because the fear of just being alone. Sometimes that may be your reality. But find things you can do. The way to combat that is find things you can do to where you're not so much alone. You can go out to places where a lot of people are. And I say necessarily pick up people, but you can go be around a lot of people and be sociable without always necessarily having to be in a relationship. Stop gearing your mind towards, I have to be in a relationship. I have to be in something. You don't have to be in something. That's a mindset. You do not have to be in something. Everything ain't good for you to be in. Take time for yourself. You get out of a relationship, take time. Reprogram your mind, your thoughts. Try to figure out what it was that you might have did to make the relationship not work right, or what she did, so you don't have to keep repeating those things and getting into an even worse relationship. Figure out what it is about yourself that's a positive, or what can I fix? I'm too selfish. Let me fix that. I fart too much. Let me fix that. Whatever it is about yourself, figure out what it is and try to fix it. Amber Marie said, I was just saying that maybe I need to pick up a hobby so I won't entertain intuition. I was just saying that maybe I need to pick up a hobby so I won't entertain unwanted energy because of being lonely. And that's the exact reason. I mean, that's you said that perfectly. You have to. The idle mind is the devil's playground. If you sit there and you don't have nothing to do, you're gonna entertain bullshit. Focus your mind on something, and you won't even, once you get your mind focused on something, like I was sitting there doing t-shirts for somebody brought my machine. I was sitting there doing t-shirts and I wasn't thinking about shit because all that I was thinking about was getting these t-shirts right. Getting these t-shirts right, going to work, because work is one thing. Don't think work is going to take everything off your plate. Because we all really probably don't want to be at work unless we're doing something we really like. We do work because we have to. That's something we have to do. That's different. Our minds are focused on, I gotta go to work, I gotta make money so I can feed myself. So that's different. That's what we have to do. But when you get home, have a hobby. Like making t-shirts, because you gotta line it up, you gotta press it down, you gotta build on, you don't find something to do that's gonna take up your time. TV is not gonna do it. TV rots your brain, in fact. And they know that. That's why it's shows 30 seconds, shows 30 minutes, because it's what? 30, it's 60 minutes an hour. So all they're doing is just putting shit in your head for that 30 minutes, boom, and they go. You're not doing anything productive. Cut the TV off sometimes. I've been off for since 6 o'clock. I haven't turned the TV on once. Because you have to stay, you have to entertain yourself. You have to find out, how can I entertain myself? You're not, guys, you're not no clown. So you can't entertain nobody all the time. Females, you're not in a circus show, so you can't just entertain people all the time. Sometimes it's about entertaining yourself. Keep yourself focused. What are you good at? Can you write music? Can you record music? Can you do photography? What is it that you're good at? And just go for it and try to do it on your downtime. Try to start a business. So that way you're getting more money. You're less depressed. You're not sitting there worried about people trying who's gonna come into my life and save me. You know what I'm saying? Now you're saving yourself. But you're never gonna get to that point unless you break free from all of the things that you're programmed to do. All of the, I gotta be with somebody, I gotta have somebody. I just think 2 or 3 times a day, 2 or 3 times a week. That's just 2 times a day. 2 or 3 times a week, I gotta want a date. So let's add that up. And I'm saying like even the cheapest restaurant, let's add that shit up. So we go somewhere, I spend 20 on me, I spend 20 on her, that's $40. That's just the minimum day. Sometimes it's 60. Because I used to get them bills and be like, damn, $50, $80. Oh, okay, let me pay that. So, you know what I'm saying? So let's say $60. $60 3 times a week. 60, 120, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $180 a week just to entertain somebody. And when I broke free from that, stop trying to take people on dates all the time, entertain myself. Now I can go out when I want to. I go up to myself. It's one. I go, there's one. Give me one. And look, I'm like, I'm crazy. Nah, just give me one. And I'm gonna eat good. I'm gonna entertain myself. But you got to be able to break free from thinking that you got to entertain somebody all the time. You got to break free from that. Anything you can do with somebody else, you can do by yourself. Most of the time. And when you feel like, okay, I got this shit, then you can get a friend. You get a friend, and then y'all may go Dutch sometime. You pay my way, I pay your way, or vice versa. We pay each other. You Dutch type shit. You pay your way and I pay my way. We just Dutch and shit. Going out, they have a good time. But if you're not taking somebody else out, you're not spending that money. You're putting that money back in your pocket, and that shit gonna add up. You're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing. You say, well, I'm missing sex. But listen to this. If you have money, if you save up and have a lot of money in your pocket, that sex will come without you having spent $1. Straight up. Ask anybody who got money. You got money, sometimes you don't have to spend no money. But see, that's where poor people get into a routine because they feel like they got to constantly spend their money to show that they not poor. Save your money. Buy you a house, a nice big house. People walk, ooh, start taking their panties off. But you're never gonna achieve that. You just trying to take people out all the time. So learn to love yourself, learn to make yourself happy. You're not gonna be able to make nobody happy. You have to first make yourself happy. I'm saying it again. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. You're not going to be able to make nobody else happy unless you make yourself happy first. Find out about you. Find out what makes you great. There are times instead of me going out to eat, I'm sitting there shampooing my beard. Now look at my beard. I'm sitting there conditioning my face. Now look at my face. This ain't high definition camera. This is an old Mac. But if I was going out with somebody every single night, I was trying to entertain somebody every single night, I wouldn't take the time to be like, you know what, I need to do my beard. I need to condition my face. I need to lotion my fingers. What I did is I found out how to love me. Once you learn how to love you, then the rest is easy. It'll come easy. But you got to find out how to love yourself first and foremost. Let you come first. Everything else is a second. Second to none. If it comes at all, it's a second to none. But love you first. And that's all I'm going to say about this. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask it. If y'all have any suggestions, y'all can ask it. Shout out to all the people who tapped in. Make sure you're sharing this live. Make sure y'all supporting me. And I definitely appreciate every last one of y'all. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm just letting AI do its thing to document this thing. And that's what's up, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Every last one of y'all. Love yourself. Don't let anybody else tell you that you are not the shit. You have to feel like you are the shit. You are the one. There is nothing else that can ever come in between you and yourself, you and your kids. If you can do that, then you are on your way to being the best you could possibly be, the best you can possibly be. Take a course. There's so many courses out there that you can take that make you a better person, make you a better you. So find out what it is that you want to do. Find out what it is that you like. And while you're in this zone where you're single right now, make it the best time of your life. That way nobody can come in and take you down. Anything, they're going to add on to what you're already doing. Not bring you down, but add on to what you're already doing, what you're already accomplishing. Because here's the thing, positive energy attracts positive energy. Negative energy attracts negative energy. If you're being positive with your life, you're doing things to enhance you, guess what? That positive energy is on the track like a magnet. And your life is going to be so much better. All right, so thank y'all for watching. I'm going to get out of here. I take up too much of y'all time as is. My name is Johnny. This is Johnny Live. We out. Make sure y'all share this with your friends. YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Thank you.